Today we are in Falls Church, Virginia, and look what we have here. This home was just completed. It came on the market about 1 week ago, 7 days ago exactly. And what we have here is it looks like a Scandinavian farmhouse. Now, they're marketing it as a craftsman, which I would agree that is true. The only reason I'm mentioning that it might be a Scandinavian farmhouse type facade is the twin peaks here, along with this kind of symmetrical look to the roof line with the columns. My guess, it's probably open for interpretation. So let's get inside here and take a look. This is going to be a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath home. It's a little over 6,000 square feet in interior living space. About 4,500 of that exists above ground, with the remaining in the basement. This home has hit the market with a price tag of $2.445 million. I'm over here with the lockbox getting caught in the door. So bear with me as I struggle. Now, there are going to be some things that pop up, but we'll start here in the office. For a 6,000 square foot house, which obviously is not small, but not as large as some of the 10,000, 11,000 square foot homes we've been seeing, this is a wonderfully sized study. This is going to be a recurring theme in the house, which they've taken cabinetry and shelving and they have pocketed it back, recessed it back into the walls so that it doesn't take up floor space. This is a really neat feature. They're going to do it again in the kitchen, and I think it shows thoughtfulness. Now, I want you to pay attention to these deep blue cabinets because I'm going to bring them up again. Let's take a look at the dining room over here. Really fun light fixtures that they have in this property. And if your eyes are starting to gaze to the ceiling, you'll see that we do have surround sound built in throughout this home. We just saw this in the last property. Remember how I said this is such a common space for the first half bath and coat closet to be? Well, again, it's like that in this floor plan as well. So, initial coat closet, and then your half bath. Now pay attention to the colors being used here. This is the fun part. Very wide stairs. When I go up them, I'll try to show them in a better type of comparison to me walking up them, but very wide. And if you've ever been in a home that did not have wide enough staircases and you have large furniture, especially with a home like this, that becomes a problem, a huge problem when moving in and out and trying to buy the right furniture for your property. This is plenty wide. I'd say it's probably about 5.5 feet or so across. So you would be able to move a good amount of furniture up or down to properly furnish your home. So now I think I can bring up what I was waiting to say. This home with that Scandinavian farmhouse exterior, right? That craftsman look. Typically what you're expecting is that the inside is going to be just bright whites, like a bleached white with these accents of almost washed out woods, right? But with this one, they went with a coastal theme inside, and I really, really like it. That washed out wood, it's almost like driftwood, right? The color of it, not the texture of it, but the color of it is like a driftwood. And of course, they're doing it with some of the staging too, trying to bring that coastal theme in. But when you saw the study office cabinetry, and now we're going into the kitchen cabinetry, here's this deep blue. Look, it's the same as my watch. This deep blue coming into the home, and it's striking, but it's so good. It's in the perfect way. And rather than this just being a whitewashed completely whitewashed area, you have this pop of color, and it just completely changes the whole theme of the property. Now with this deep, deep, rich blue that you have on the cabinetry, the accents of the backsplashes, you're going to see these here, you'll see them in some of the bathrooms, is like a hazy, cloudy type of gray blue. It may not be picking up in the camera, but it is the perfect balance, the perfect accompaniment for those deep blues, and I like it. Again, that driftwood type color, wood going throughout. They are using that brushed gold in this property on the hardware. Lots of light, lots of windows. Good job on their part. Here are some huge, huge patio doors. Again, multi-sliding, so they're going to go out both this way and that way. I'm only going to open one out of convenience. Take you out on this deck real quick. Nice sized deck, only a couple steps down to your backyard, not way elevated so that you're having to go down 15, 20 steps just to get to your backyard. This would be perfect, especially if you wanted to build some type of little patio out here, or you wanted to do some little bonfire type deal out here. It would be very accessible from the house to that, and I think it's a comfortable setting for entertaining guests, or just spending spring and summer days, maybe fall days with the family out back on the deck. I think the home, its exterior really suits that. So let's hop back inside. Now let me mention something about, I wish I turned on those pendant lights. Oh, they are on above the island. I was going to say, I thought they were off, and they're such cool looking lights. Let me mention about where we are, though. We're in Westmore Gardens, okay? And that's in, of course, as I've mentioned, Falls Church. You're only a couple of minutes away from downtown Falls Church. You're only a couple of minutes away from the metro if you need that. Nice little butler's pantry here with the wine fridge and, of course, plenty of cabinetry and drawer space. And that leads right here into the dining room. Something to mention. I know I'm bouncing from idea and topic to topic, but when I go through homes, I get excited. I see a lot of different things, and I want to mention them all to you. These arched walkways throughout the whole house, you're going to see them recurring. Such a contrast, a stark contrast to the exterior look of the property with the peaks and the triangles. This softens up the whole element inside. And, I haven't seen it in any houses lately, so it's a welcomed change. So as I was speaking about Westmore Gardens, this area, this neighborhood, it's so fun to drive through because you have so many properties in the area that are brand new construction builds, that people have been buying and moving into just here in the past few years. And because there's so many of the homes in the area that have been built in just the past 3 or 4 years, you have all of this contemporary, innovative looking homes. They're, how can I say it? They are homes that are, the styles, the exteriors are being pulled from all over the country. You can see that the designers and architects are being inspired by luxury properties all over the country and bringing them here to Northern Virginia. So when you drive through this neighborhood in this area, you're seeing all sorts of different beautiful properties, and it's just really fun to drive through. Of course, we still have some of the older original Falls Church properties that are in the area. Lots of ramblers and ranchers and whatnot that were built in the 50s and 40s. Falls Church is known for having a lot of properties in it that were built right after World War II that were meant to house, I say house, but not really house, they had to buy them, but the soldiers that were coming back. A huge amount of them were coming back into this area, and having properties to live at was something that the country needed. And so we have a lot of smaller rambler brick-like homes here in Falls Church. So this area specifically builders have targeted this area to buy older homes that were for sale, and then of course redevelop the lot and build these brand new luxury properties on them. Okay, so obviously I just showed you the mudroom, did a lot of talking there, showed you the garage, nice sizable 2-car garage. Let's head upstairs first before we go into the basement. Nice wide stairs, right? As I mentioned before. Oh gosh, there was something I wanted to mention here. This kitchen, remember I was talking about in the office, the pocket type deal, how they were recessing the cabinetry. They did it again in this kitchen, and I'm telling you, I walked in here, and what it reminded me of is, I don't know if they do this anymore, but when we were like in elementary school, that age, they would have you do those shoe boxes and turn them on their side, and you'd have to use construction materials and all of that you'd get from like Ben Franklin or the craft store, and then you'd have to create a scene inside and have a project with it and whatnot. That's what this reminds me of. Obviously, way far beyond anything you're going to create in elementary school. But the design element of it is cool that they recessed it into the wall and saved that external space for interior walking space, you know? Okay, now we can go upstairs. Okay, so why don't we do this? Main hallway, we're going to have bedrooms here, owner's suite, primary suites here. Let's go look at this real quick because it's closer, it's on our right. This is the first secondary bedroom. Of course, you're having these arches and whatnot because we are currently standing in what would be one of the peaks outside, right? Those peaks that we had on the outside of the property. This is one of them. We'll have another one on the other side of the house as well. Beautiful primary suite, very large for this property size. Very, very large room. And although we had them downstairs, yes, the surround sound does run throughout the property. So here they are again, upstairs. I say surround sound. What I should be saying is built-in speaker system. But wait, there's more. So the first walk-in closet, which is obviously ginormous, and then there's another one. Gorgeous. Linen closet. Just a nicely situated bathroom. Standalone tub, of course, walk-in shower. Walk-in showers giving you plenty of space. I would say, oh goodness, we have about 4.5 feet here in depth. Of course, the seating area. The step-in area is probably 3.5 feet or so, but plenty big enough. Two sinks, obviously. You would expect that in a home of this size and caliber because, well, you don't want to be getting in any fights at home. This hallway is very wide. I know it's not showing it correctly in the camera, but this is This is very wide. Again, with the furniture thing, anything you need to move up here to get into the bedrooms, mattresses, big dressers, big furniture, fixture pieces, they will get through this hallway. Another secondary bedroom. These bedrooms, of course, are going to have a slightly different layout, a more traditional rectangular box layout, since they are sitting in the middle of the property and are not sitting in one of those troughed peaks. Mirror missing there, but obviously that will be reinstalled. Okay. You know, this room, if it were to end right here, it would still be plenty big enough, but you get all this extra space over here. If you do have kids, maybe this is a great area for a working desk. I say a working desk, a homework desk, a study desk, right? They have all that light coming in, they can see. If you don't have kids, or you just don't have that many kids, why not use this room as a working room, a crafts room, a yoga room, anything of that nature? There's so much light and so much space that pours in through this room. And then the laundry room back here. You're being equipped with two very large GE appliances, both your washer and dryer. Massive. So let's go ahead and run downstairs. I've been doing so much McLean and Arlington and DC on the channel, showing you a lot of properties in that area. Vienna too, I sprinkle Vienna in there. Vienna has some beautiful homes, but I tend to overlook Falls Church, and it's not on purpose. It's just that there's so many homes in the other areas that catch my eye immediately. That's usually where I'm gravitating towards. But, you know, with this just coming on the market, it's slightly, you know, it's a bit different, out of the norm for what you're traditionally seeing in colonial builds. And for that reason, I think it deserves to have its moment of shine. In-speaker system traveling all the way through here. When you head back here to the bar, once again, that light sea type colored, light grayish green, blue. I mean, it's probably got 3 colors in there, pastel-like, and everything's ridges, almost like you're looking at water. Really, really cool. Look at how big that staircase is. Like from this, I think the basement stairs are probably the largest. Huge. Look how wide they are. Storage under here underneath the staircase, as you find in many properties. That's going to run back around the right side. You'll have a little bit more storage back there too. And I should show you in here. Turn on the light in here. Quite a bit of space. Now there's probably, of course this can be another room, right? This is just unfinished space. If you want to use it for storage, great. But that could absolutely be another bedroom if you get someone to come in here and do the drywall on this. Tremendous amount of unfinished space down here. I'm not quite sure how much of unfinished space it is down here. Man, it's got to be at least 750, at least 750 square feet of unfinished space back here. Why don't we just take a quick look at this? Coat closet, a half bath. But this half bath, even though it is kind of a half bath, it's separated to being a full bath. So half bath, and then there's another bedroom down here, and so that they have their own private entrance, their private entrance leads straight into the bathing area of the bath. See how it's been separated by this pocket door? So half bath, full bath with separation, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. Two closets down here for this bedroom. So slightly different, right? Hanging items, suits, shirts, maybe hanging some pants, and then of course, shelving items. Okay? Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the property tour. If you liked this Scandinavian coastal home, let me know by hitting the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.